oxygen. You watch me send this all into a tailspin. And yeah, my weed got you blitzed, kid. Like Thurman Munson, you'll never fucking fly again. I'm dropping bombs on your ass, what? I'm dropping bombs on your ass. Here we go. I'm dropping bombs on your ass, what? So shut up and die, bitch. Operations complete, success and failure, whose eyes make the judgment. Are you better than me because you shine bright? Are you smarter than me because your hat is brand new? Are you more than me because of your silver spoon? Then get the fuck up! Making fun of little girls in the schoolyard, kids are too hard in a pool hall. So feel long, #1 champion all around. Lesson just begun. Better cause your daddy's never been. More reason he can't speak.
Hey, what's up, everybody? WWE Hall of Famer, The Godfather here, and you're watching Grown Man Record Night. So let's everybody get aggressive and get on the Ho train.
Baby. Welcome to Grown Man Record Night. We appreciate everybody joining us on this fine Friday night, a couple of days after Christmas. Hope everybody had a fantastic Christmas and had got a bunch of everything from Santa Claus you want. Jay, how's your Christmas been?
Oh, it was fantastic.
I don't care. No, it was great. Had a good Christmas. I hope everybody did. And Steve Fever is not with us this evening.
He's in Guadalajara.
Guantanamo Bay. Guillermo. Steve's NDA'd out of his mind right now. He's on a secret mission. We're trying to open a satellite office in Central America. And Steve's down there working some magic. Hopefully he's going to join us in chat here. But I don't know that the time difference, he may already...
It's probably not much. I mean, what, an hour or two difference,
I think he said it's like Central Time. Shane says, hello, Jay. What's up, Michael Crime?
Hello.
Christoph joining us. Hope everybody had a great Christmas, man. And we got a good New Year coming up. We're going to make it good. We're going to do a little snow. We're going to do a little more snow. Let's do the snow one more time. What? Got to say a special shout out to everybody who participated last week in the Gamers Outreach charity stream we did, man.
Oh, yeah.
We set a $500 goal. Let's check it out. Boom, up here at the top. If you look up here at the top, top left.
Can they still
Right.
can they still donate to that?
Well,
or-
not to our campaign, but if you notice, our goal was $500, and we met it, baby. $500 on the nose. When we left the air the other night, we were at $460.
Yeah.
And if you notice up here in the corner, the last donation, Aaron Griffin came in overnight. He said he was pissed off. He was gonna. I was wondering where Aaron was, man, and he fell asleep on the couch, which happens.
Well, he's a family man. You know?
It happens to grown men. And fell asleep and woke up and was like, shit, man, I missed the stream, and came in and donated that last 40 bones, man.
Oh, did you see Reese having another kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So congratulations. I was getting to that, Jay.
Yeah, so-
We got a hierarchy of the way things work. But we can jump back and forth if it makes
We
you
didn't
more
have this
comfortable.
written down before the show though, so I didn't know.
But yeah, Aaron got us to the $500 mark. You see, he's the last one. You see up there, grown man recognize the top donor. I mean, come on, baby.
Yeah, so I shaved my beard last Saturday, and it's already grown back.
We're gonna shave a chunk out of Jay's beard. We'll wait till Steve gets back and do that. We don't want to have all the fun while Steve's gone.
Yeah.
But we'll shave a chunk out of Jay's beard and make it look stupid for this stream.
All right.
But Aaron also got a turntable for Christmas. So our top shot, Aaron
Fantastic.
Griffin, is now a vinyl
Enthusiast.
enthusiast. He can now join the club. So that's very
we
cool,
can
man.
give him recommendations. Aaron.
Is
Do
this
you have his
getting serious?
address? Do you have his address?
Whoa! I'm not giving it out over the air.
No. I'm saying, do you have his address? I'm gonna send you some records.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna put together something.
Okay.
You should throw a couple in there.
Well,
Steve,
I've got
throw
another place for records to go. We'll talk a little more about that later, but I'll talk about it now. For Christmas, I got, I almost said the girlfriend's kid. I can't say that anymore. My future stepdaughter, who's a hell of a singer and a great musician and just cool as shit, got her a legit turntable set up. Ooh,
okay.
baby, I'm talking better than what we use here on the show, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Audio Technica, the 1200 Audio Technica.
Okay.
A Sony 200 watt, 200 watt, 2-channel Sony receiver, and some Polk speakers like we use here on the show. There's reference bookshelf speakers.
Yeah.
She's going to be going to college here soon, and it's a legit setup. Because I mean, Bananas ain't gonna go give somebody in his own family some nonsense to listen to some stuff on. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's a legit ass setup. I'm excited. I got her some records. A couple of the things we're going to play here
Very
tonight.
cool.
We'll talk about it.
Very cool.
Gave her a couple of my doubles, plus picked her up some Beatles, some King Gizzard, some Frank Zappa.
Okay.
She also got some Cream, some Billie Eilish,
Who?
Young William Eyelash, as Rainn Wilson called her. And I walked over, and when I gave her all the stuff, and I shook her hand, and I said, "Welcome to the club. Say goodbye to the rest of your life." Because that's pretty much once you get the record collecting bug, baby. It's,
Do you think Aaron knew what he was in for? You know.
Aaron, you're kind of in the same thing. We need to give you the secret handshake. We got to do that off the air. Whoa. But yeah. So welcome aboard to the club, both Aaron and Abigail, to the record collecting brethren. Brotherhood.
We meet every Friday night.
MEAT, by the way.
Yeah.
But speaking of Aaron and having a kid, see, I was going to lead in with that, Jay, and now you kind of stole my thunder for that.
Sorry.
But
I was just trying to be nice. You know?
Aaron's going to be having a second kid, so congratulations to him for that. And in honor of that, let's harken back to the time when Aaron met Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
So we got Hulk Hogan down here. You can see.
Is there audio to this, or is this
There
just
is, and I'm okay.
Where's he at?
This is in Florida.
Is it a bookstore or
It's
a...
in 2000. There's Aaron right there in the red shirt.
Okay.
Young Aaron.
Young Aaron.
Doesn't he look like Bo right there?
Hulkamania.
Doesn't he look like Bo?
Yeah, a little bit. Hulkamania, I don't know why.
Yep. So yeah, look at that. Hey, brother.
Oh, it's 2002.
He's got a fanny pack on. Hulk Hogan's got a fanny pack on.
Of course he does.
Yeah. I think he meets Jimmy Valiant. Jimmy Hart.
Jimmy
Hart to be valiant. Look how Hulk's standing. You think he's got that fanny pack covering his dork on purpose?
Probably.
Isn't that cool though?
It's cool, man. I hope he's still got that picture somewhere.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Of course he does.
2002.
Boom.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, man, congratulations on having that youngin'.
Congratulations.
I assume it's going to be named Michael Paul. I don't want to hear nothing about it. There ain't no arguments. That's been decided. I think Michael Paul's a great name for a young man.
Like the whole name, first and last? Kind of like George Michael Paul. By the way, did you hear about George Michael?
No? Is this a joke?
No, his sister died on Christmas Day.
Jesus Christ, Jay.
No, but George Michael died on Christmas Day.
Did he really?
Yeah, his sister died, on Christmas Day.
That's, God, that's awful.
Yeah.
Well, on that uplifting note, let's move on to some other stuff. But no, seriously, folks, couldn't thank you guys enough for participating in that shit last week. Better turnout than ever. I mean, I'm proud of you guys, man. That's some big time shit, man. And I'm really happy, man. I was so stoked when I woke up Saturday morning. I just can't even tell you, man.
Okay.
So I chose the Top Shot. Be sure to like, subscribe on our socials. If you're new to the channel, you don't know who the hell are these assholes. Catch us on all the socials.
Usually there's a better co-host here.
Yeah. Okay. Got to shave Jay's beard. Yeah, we're wait. Steve's away, Nate. We're going to do it next week. There's a couple of things we're going to do. We're kind of waiting off because Steve's out of town. Oh, Steve says shave the beard.
No.
So we'll do it.
All right.
We can do it. I'll tell you where my clippers are.
I got clippers.
You got clippers?
When are we doing it?
I want you to use mine on account of where I use mine specifically. I use mine to shave my beard and
Trim my nose hair.
other places.
Yeah.
Mine goes all over. So we should probably use my clippers. They're safer. What's this deep V thing going on here? This is microphone.
Your microphone.
I hate how the microphone. I hate how
shut
it
down.
deep V's me. I don't like getting deep V'd.
Speaking of, it might go all over.
Yeah.
Did you watch Christmas Story on Christmas Day this year?
What channel is that on?
It comes on cable. By the way, I saw Die Hard.
Don't have cable.
Die Hard was the most programmed movie this Christmas. I know this was like 24 hours on three different channels.
I watched Die Hard on Christmas Eve.
I watched
for the first
it-
time actually.
I watched it like 3 times.
And because I made the comment last year to my
Christmas
mom,
Day.
it's like, man, we did talked about the argument whether or not it's a Christmas movie or whatever. And I was like, man, I'd love to watch Die Hard around Christmas. And my mom, found like a dollar store DVD of it. And I was like,
Right.
bet, man. So that was cool to watch that. And then of course I watched all the
The kids
Office.
stuff.
I watched the Office episodes or the Christmas.
Yeah, they ran those
episodes.
too. Yeah.
That
Comedy Central. Comedy Central.
what channel's that?
Cable.
Don't have cable. But yeah, you youngin' have a good Christmas, Jay?
He did.
time?
Yeah, he did. He actually got all musical with it. I'm going to find the picture real quick.
Okay.
It's kind of spur of the moment.
We'll wait on you. I think there's too much headroom up here. That's all right. If I could just raise my chair. Oh, look at there now.
So my kid got some
Whoa.
drums for Christmas. So
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. It was
It's been driving you crazy?
no. I bought Santa Claus brought some silencers for him.
Oh, there you go. Where were those when
So-
we were kids?
I had some. I just tore them
Did you really?
Yeah, I tore them up.
I had some drums when I was a kid, but I didn't have any silencers, boy. My parents.
No, I got when I was a kid, I got the cheap plastic ones with the paper heads that like broke by 9 a.m.
I knew this kid when for Christmas one year. The joke was going to be he got leukemia. Now, see, I'm trying to turn a leaf here.
Yeah.
You guys have leaves?
But
I got leaves. I'm trying to turn them over.
but the kit I got him is actually a Questlove pocket kit,
That's pretty cool.
and it's kind of intended for he turned 5 by the way on the 23rd, and so it's like a 4 and up kit, so he can grow into
Very
it.
cool.
The throne's still a little too high for him, But he got the countdown like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he got got a little rhythm.
That's man, that's half the battle right there. Some people 30, 40 years old and can't do the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Which is always really funny, actually.
So,
Yeah, and his birthday's the same day as Shane, the mod, the
yes,
Sword.
Yes, yes.
Sergeant Sword himself.
Yes.
But anyhow, let's talk into. We'll tease a little bit ahead.
Okay.
This is our end of the. I don't want to say end of the year special. We're going to break this up a little bit since Steve's not with us. I'm going to reserve Chip of the Year and Soda of the Year for next week. But I am going to do this week. I'm going to do like a top 5 albums of the year for me, and even getting crazier. I'm going to do, dare I say, top 5 albums of the decade for me.
Okay.
Which, when I first threw that out there, seemed like a super duper tall order, but I did it really fast.
Okay.
Because I only did the ones that popped into my head, bam.
Okay.
If I was going like, what's the one? I thought it ain't in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure I probably left some stuff out. It should have been top 10, should have been top 30. I don't know. But when I did it, I was like top of the mind. What's the ones that are just like, oh shit. Now, granted, some of the stuff from 2010, 2011, I probably don't even fucking remember at this point. I mean, or like, I would have a tough time remembering lickety split.
Right.
So I'm sure I'm leaving stuff off, and this is my list. It's for my listening pleasure.
Well,
It's not like I'm writing for a magazine and I'm doing the absolute best. Because I'm hey, look, the Kanye West album for like 2010.
Yeah.
A lot of people rank that up there really high. I think he's a shitball human being. He's a pretty dope producer, and I don't doubt that that's a great album. I personally don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
It's just not my bag. Or not my top bag.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying I don't like the record. I'm just saying it's not a top 5 record for me. So,
well,
look at you guessing, Shane, getting in there with Elder.
Well, no, I brought,
Uzi.
in addition to that, I brought some, like, a few records that I thought were the best ones that I actually purchased that were done since 2010.
It brings an interesting point, because one of the things I was going to make in this, points I was going to make in this segment was, for me and for us, maybe it applies to you as well as record collectors, it's not always about the best records that come out this year, but for me, it's the top things that I find or discover this year. And it could be a band from the frickin' 60s. And if I've never heard of them before, if that's the one this year that I've spent the most time on, like, holy shit, why have I never heard of this band? You know, I've had lots of times like that. You know, when I first started collecting records, and all of a sudden I found 13th Floor Elevators. Hey, Port Blazer Fool, thanks for the follow, brother. I appreciate that, man. I don't know why that didn't go off over there.
But I brought stuff that was like,
thanks for the follow, man.
because you know, I don't think either one of us really rush out and buy anything new when it comes out. You know.
Hey, buds.
So.
It
kind of made sense just to kind of like the record, because there was a few I bought this year, maybe like a year after they came out or something like that, and I did that quite a bit actually. And I just kind of brought the, you know, I think I actually brought 5 that were like my favorites of those records there, you know. So.
And it's funny how, hey, sorry about that, man. When you followed, there was supposed to be a notification that popped up. I didn't have the thing clicked, so now I feel like an asshole. But thanks for joining us anyway, man. But yeah, that's. I think that's the most important for people like us, record collectors. It's the things that, or for me this year, it's like genres that I've started furthering my knowledge of and gathering more information. And to me, that's just as important as brand new, hot stuff that comes off the presses, kind of thing.
Yep.
But anyway, you know, when we normally do the show, I go out to a few resources for. Finding news and stuff like that to deliver here on the program, and upcoming vinyl that came out today and all this stuff. Today it was like no music news. You got any music news? What?
I did. Did you hear about George Michael's sister?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, that was music news.
We'll be right back.
You know? She died Christmas Day. No, I didn't hear anything.
There was like a little music news. And I went to the upcoming vinyl website, which is where it's called upcomingvinyl.com. There's no secret here. And it lists everything that came out. You know, we do the show on Friday, so there's stuff that came out today. And so it's usually, you know, alphabetized, and there's, you know, a couple of scroll through pages.
Yeah.
Dude, there was like this many of the page today.
You know,
I guess this is just not an issue
wouldn't it be
day.
a good issue day though, with all the people like out exchanging Christmas presents and everything?
But I guess it's maybe like, oh yeah, Don Imus died. Thanks, Steve. Well, you guys are some light-hearted motherfuckers tonight. I tell you what,
Steve. That's really not music related, unless you. I guess he was a DJ at one point.
he was.
Let's keep it to music though, Steve.
I heard he got choked on his own ascot. These Mr. Furley jokes do anything for anybody?
Oh yeah. RF.
What about Nipsey Russell?
Uh,
Steve's busting out 2012 jokes now. I don't know what's happening here. All the way down.
Hey Steve, did you hear? Why am I talking to the computer like he can hear me?
Because we're boomers, Jay. That's why you're doing that.
Steve, did you hear about George Michael's sister?
No, talking to that. Talking. Can you guys hear me?
Oh Lord.
There's a hello.
Steve, did the story of George Michael's sister make its way down to Guatemala?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have even brought that up. See what happens. See what happens.
Oh,
see what
Lord.
happens, Larry. But anyway, there was like nothing at this on the site I get news and upcoming releases from. I don't know what the hell's going on. I guess today's not the day you go buy records.
I don't know, man, because I went to GameStop today, which they don't sell music, I know, but it's kind of a similar type deal, and they were packed.
But there was one thing on this list that I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Our friends that watch the Grown Man Record Night program may be interested in checking this out. Boom! Can, live in Lyon.
Lyon, France, huh?
January of '76. Now, I wasn't familiar with this. 2 LP set recorded the 17th of January, '76. Classic rock lineup, da-da-da. I'm not saying all this. Strengthened by Malaysian vocalist Teja Rajaratnam.
Okay.
Traditional spelling. Who played a mere 4 dates with the band between January and March of '76, all of which were recorded and did considerable studio work with them. A series of highlights from their repertoire, stretched with improvising touch. Improvising touch. Improv. They made it up. So that was pretty cool. I've never heard that. It's near Cannes. Cannes?
Well, Lyon's a pretty big city in France, I guess, right?
You tell me. Sergio Leone. I know him.
I went to France one time.
Did you? What you doing over there?
Business?
Okay. Butt business, we call it over here. Huh? I
mix business with pleasure.
Yeah, we do. That's our story of our life, baby.
By the way,
yep.
We got one hell of a VHS playing tonight over in the Atari.
Oh, we'll talk about it more when we get to what we played, but over in the Atari alcove, you got a rare glimpse if you're watching us live. Little Miami Vice. I think it was a made-for-TV movie.
It's on repeat right now.
Oh, yeah, it's on repeat. The Hurricanes? There's the fiancés in the chat.
Okay. Does that say Mark Lynn Baker? What does that say at the bottom?
Not Lion.
Oh, not that Leon? It's a different one?
Different Leon.
Oh, okay.
You got to be Lion.
It's Leona Helmsley.
You were Lion, Jay.
Okay.
Look for some Latin progs. I know. What have you found down there, Steve? I'm interested. I was talking to you last time. I said you got to go into a record store down there and see what you find. And you were like, "Oh no, we ain't gonna have time for all that. We got to go to meetings at the consulate and stuff." But I'm sure, like, even just the random Goodwill throwaway records down there is probably stuff that we're interested in.
Oh, yeah, like Dollar Bin records.
Like Dollar Bin down there is probably super
or the
duper business
Peso
for us.
Bin or whatever they call it.
Easy. Take it easy, Trump. Jesus. All right. Jay's over here stacking cans, building a wall as we're talking. I don't care for it.
Peso, Is the Essential? Is it Central or South America?
Central America. I said South America. Shows
So,
you how much
I don't know if peso
my
is,
state education.
Does peso cross over Mexico down to?
And what's their currency? See,
They probably aren't the peso.
did find a
actually.
few things you didn't see the States. See, that's kind of cool, man. So yeah. Anyway, that was really all that we.
All that we played.
No. But that's all that we was available for like news and stuff that went on this week.
Yeah.
Be sure to follow those socials, folks.
Well,
We're
it's
on the
Christmas.
all these shows end up on YouTube. We're
Yes.
live on Twitch.
Nothing's really happening over Christmas, I guess.
I guess that makes a good point. Let's get into a little bit of what we played this evening.
Or holidays. Just the holidays.
A nice mix. We started a little early tonight.
Did we?
Well, yeah, it's not even midnight yet.
No, I was talking about the early, like the
Oh, no.
8:30 portion.
No. But actually, a couple of these records. Shane says, "Did you hear about George Michael's sister?" Okay. How do I?
Shane, where have you been for the last 30 minutes?
How do I ban a mod? I don't know how to ban a mod. Couple of the records that I started out with, I was testing presses for. I'm a press tester for. I was given. Money is okay. Quetzals. The old Quetzal pretzel. But anyway, I've given a couple of records of doubles of mine over to the future stepdaughter, and I wanted to test some of the pressings out to make sure they were okay and whatever. And so that's what I had left over on the table, and whatever we leave up on the table, that's what we start with during the evening. Timeout, Dave Brubeck Quartet, like I told her, I kept my 2-eye Columbia, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I gave her a nice clean Columbia pressing early. For my money, it's the best sounding vinyl record ever produced.
Yeah, and it's
Period.
Usually you can get it on the cheap too.
Period. Yeah, it's a cheap record, and if you put headphones on, listen to that record, it is out freaking standing. There's nothing that I've ever heard that sounds better than that
I've got
record.
a Mint 6 out of that at home. What was the other reason you played that?
All right. Oh yeah, that's not the reason I played it, but we just heard the Brubeck brothers are coming to High Point in February. So I'm interested in seeing that. That could be a good time. The other record, I had 3 copies of this and gave one to the kid, was Beatles Abbey Road. I gave her a nice
3 copies.
I gave her a nice Apple pressing of this. I kept one Apple and one. This right here is that Plum Columbia pressing, or Capital rather.
Oh, probably like a 70s or something like that.
That plum colored Capital deal. It's a good pressing, sounds fine, but it's not Apple. But I wanted to give her an Apple because that's what you want. Jay, you wanted to throw this record on. Tell me a little bit about this guy.
Oh yeah. In my YouTube, what's that called? Your feed, I guess.
Sure.
The Guitar Player magazine. They post a lot of good stuff, and I follow them. And Ronnie Montrose's interview came up, and it was one of his last interviews he did before he died. And this is one of my favorite records out of that era, that early 70s, pure rock and roll.
Yeah.
This is about as good as it gets for that time. But this is a self-titled Montrose. I think it's 72. This is where Sammy Hagar kind of got his start. And I was telling you, man, like Ronnie Montrose played with Van Morrison, wrote a lot of those famous riffs and songs. And he was talking about how he wrote Wild Night, how that was in that interview, and kind of made me think of that. And he played with Edgar Winter, the Frankenstein, that was all him.
Wow.
So
Good stuff, man.
And then everybody else went on to do stuff. Denny Carmazzi, the drummer, went to play with Hart for in Whitesnake in the 80s, and Bill Church played with Sammy Hagar in his solo deal for 10 years after, and so that's a great record though. So.
Told Jay to grab something a little funky up here. Jay grabbed some Zap. This is Zap 2. Can never go wrong with Zap. It's as funky as it gets, man.
And then all the songs sound the same pretty much.
In a great way.
Yeah. It's a very good record. So they all killed each other.
Yeah, what is that? When they were shooting, they all killed each other?
I think they were family, and one of the brothers murdered another one or something like that.
Tweak down the music. Okay, got you, Steve. Boom. Jay brought this out.
Yeah.
Whew, can't
You
go
kind
wrong
of just
here,
told
baby.
me to take over tonight, so I just pulled. Actually, I brought this last week, and I left my records here. And this got left over here, so let's do it on. This is Kill 'Em All, side A.
Frog Dog TV says, what happened to George Michael's sister?
Okay, read the news, folks.
Now this is
The last time I'm gonna say it.
So we had Miami Vice going on over in the Atari alcove, and we're playing this, and we mashed it up and showed the video of the VHS and playing this. It was a fun time, man.
Oh, beautiful. Smashed up perfectly.
And then we finished off with a little Cannonball Adderley quintet, Pyramid. We had a couple other things we mixed in there, but we're going to get to that in just a second.
And this is 70s Cannonball?
Yeah, that's like kind of the electro kind of stuff.
Yeah. 74.
Yeah.
Fantasy Records.
I've had that very, very long time. So, okay. Jay, do you have anything to say about albums of the year?
Not really. I don't.
I'm going to say my honorable mentions of this year
Okay.
would probably be the Tom York record, Anima, or whatever. Anima. Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth, her solo record,
Yeah.
that was up there. I will say make sure I'm doing this in the right order here. Number 5 for me would probably be King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Okay. How many did they put out this year?
Yeah, that's why I kind of God, I forgot even the name of this record.
That'd probably be in one of Steve's 5 too, if I had to guess.
Infest the Rat's Nest. And I don't own this.
Okay. Steve probably does.
He does, but that's why, because Steve buys all these records, so I don't have to. It's a metal record. It's a King Gizzard
I think
metal
I remember
record.
that. Yeah.
It was a terrific stab for them to do.
They're kind of all over the place, aren't they?
They really are, and which is a really terrific thing, man. Shane's going to really love this. My number 4 selection for this year, Zigzags. Can't Take Us Alive, I think it's called. I forgot to write down the damn names of this.
And which one was this now? Remind me.
Kind of punk metal. Sounds like that early Metallica maybe, or early
80s,
thrash,
yeah.
or such an
I
absolute
think we've listened to this.
great record. Yeah, don't own. Of course, I don't own hardly any of these on vinyl, but it's a fantastic record. Give it a
Did you say
stream.
this was Riding Easy?
Yeah, it's a Riding Easy
Okay.
record. So fantastic stuff. Let me see what my number. I'm doing this. I did this very haphazardly. This has been a very weird week, folks. More about that some other time. But
Health report.
let's see what else we got here. Now, how can they possibly have a brand new Coltrane record out without it being? I mean, it's an absolute Coltrane record. It's Blue World. We've talked about it multiple times. This session that was recorded in like '64, I believe it was, and it was recorded for a French film, and it just came out this year, and it's absolutely phenomenal. It's such a great record. It's a Coltrane record. I would say it's a little short. It's like 36 minutes, but it's brand new Coltrane. I mean, I don't know what the hell else really you want.
Right.
It's just so absolutely phenomenal. Streamed it today just to kind of refresh myself with it. And again, don't own it on vinyl because I'm an idiot, but I'll pick it up one of these days. It ain't no big beef. My number 2 selection for the year.
You were listening to the news?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a new one.
My-
It's supposed to be coming out.
My number 2 selection for the year, I'm trying to find it here. Boom. Orville Peck.
Okay. Do you have
Orville Peck is such a tremendous artist. This has really been my breakout artist of the year. What's the name of this record here?
Okay, what kind of research is this?
I know, I'm doing it on the
On the fly.
Pony. It's called Pony. I don't know what you would call it. It's kind of neo outlaw country. Got a little psychedelia mixed in there. It's such a good record, and it really blew me away when I heard it. And I think some other people that follow us have picked it up based on some recommendations. It's so good. Some of some of the other things I wanted to mention, like I know in the Discord and in the chat right now, our buddies Christoph and Michael Cron and Electric Banana, big metalhead guys, a lot of really into death metal and stuff, and I love that shit too. I don't listen to it as much as the other stuff, so that stuff didn't really make my absolute top 5, but like when it comes to like heavy stuff, that Crypt Sermon, Ruins of Fading Light, and Hidden History of the Human Race by Blood Incantation, both of those were kind of up there. Couldn't put them in my absolute tops because I don't listen to that much of that stuff anymore, not like that. But absolutely good stuff. I really loved. I really enjoyed what I played of it for sure.
Honorable mention, man. We should throw Casket
Casket Huffer
sniffer in
Huffer
there for letting us call him and talk to him.
That's right.
So.
And now, an even taller order. But like I said, I made this a little shorter of an adventure than you probably would have thought. Is albums of the day. Oh, I didn't do number 1. I stopped right there.
Oh, I thought that's what you're building to.
No, that was number 2.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Man, we didn't practice this, did we?
No, I know. Probably doesn't come as much of a surprise. Tool Sphere Inoculum. Not only,
Do you have that on vinyl?
it's not released on vinyl.
I know. I was making a fun.
Okay, good job, Jay. Now, not only, personally, because we got engaged at the show and da-da-da, but it's such a tremendous album. And what really sealed the deal for me, really, to put this in my very top spot, was the fact that I got to see them perform these songs live. And that was absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Kind of looks like a disco cover.
Yeah. But seeing them perform it live was next level stuff.
Okay.
It was pretty incredible. Now, leading from that, we're going to talk about albums of the decade. Now that's a really tall order, and one we don't take lightly here. But it kind of became a little easy because I did the things that popped into my mind, like I said, and stuff that a lot of these are my albums of the year for the years that we've been doing this.
Okay.
So number 5. Sleep's The Sciences came out last year, long awaited Sleep album. Fucking killer album. Saw them live this past year.
Now, are these all records you own? Is that
Almost,
where you're doing them?
except for one.
Okay.
Except for one, and Steve owns that one.
Okay.
What a tremendous record that Sleep is.
It's another band that you saw get to perform.
That's right.
Some of the record. So.
Going back to previous, Fear Inoculum. I would put that at number 4 albums of this decade, for sure. Even though it's new and it's definitely fresh to mind. But it's a Tool album that everybody had been waiting on for a freaking decade. So it's definitely up there for sure.
Okay.
And Shane called it earlier, and we actually played a track off of it a while ago. Elders, Reflections of a Floating World. This is such a killer record. It's so fantastic, man. This is one of my biggest finds of the last few years, and it's one of my favorite records, obviously, of the last 10 years, or I wouldn't even be talking about it. Played one track this evening, and it's just so incredible, man. If you've never heard Elder, go give them a stream. If you listen to this show at all, we play them all the time. Number 3, I don't have, but Steve does, and talking about Bowie's Black Star. Bowie's Black Star was one of those that when it came out was very anticipated. And of course, he died the same week it came out, and it was such a big deal. And I can't get over the very first time I heard the title track, and the first lines were, "Look up here, man, I'm in heaven," and my mouth just dropped open, and I was like, "Oh my God!" It was just such a big moment in music for this decade. Yeah. That and such an artsy guy to go out.
Did he die a martyr?
Essentially. I would say so. And my number 1, so can anybody guess? Anybody guess what my number 1 is?
Huey Lewis and the News hadn't came out yet. So
my number 1 album of the decade, because of my history with this record, the time I put into figuring out that this record was coming out. I think it was 2012.
Okay.
No, later than that. Boards of Canada, 2013. Boards of Canada, Tomorrow's Harvest. Yep. Of course, Finn got it.
Okay. Well,
This, I've probably played this more on this show than, at least, it's in the top 3 or 4 of any record ever that we've ever played here on the show. But I was involved with this chat room, IRC, this ARG, alternate reality game where you had to find clues and stuff about this thing coming out, and it was really intricate.
Second World?
Dude, it was so, Second Life?
Second Life, yeah.
It was so nuts getting into this and figuring it out when we finally discovered that this album was coming out. It was like, you enter this code in on this website, and that played the video that told you when the record was coming out. It was such a monumental thing, and it was just, and then when I heard the record, and the record was just as good or as fun as the game was, you know, and it was just such a big deal for me.
All right.
Oh, I missed one.
Okay.
I missed one.
All right.
Sorry. Jesus
So you got
Christ.
6 then, the top 6.
I had 5. At number 5, I had tied with the Sciences, Mastodon, the
Okay.
Emperor of Sand. I'm sorry, I forgot to
Messed
put
that
that
up, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, because we played a track from this earlier. I couldn't decide between Sleep and Mastodon, and nor should you ever fucking have to, man. But I had that kind of tied for number 5,
Okay.
to be fair.
Yeah.
Now, we got a really short order for Dig of the Week this week. I got one record for Christmas, and it's something that kind of points to these talking about how I view albums of the year. Because in all truishness, this would be my album of the year. And it didn't come out this year, but it's something I discovered. I've been on this everlasting, I've been on this quest of the past year or so, and if you watch any of the video game streams we do on Twitch, you know that I like to stream a lot of synthwave stuff behind when I play Call of Duty and stuff. But I love synthwave. I've loved discovering more and more about the genre as I go along, finding out new and different artists. Mitch Murder comes to mind, VHS Glitch, Gunship, all these Midnight Danger that I've discovered from doing streams and stuff. And then from watching Dr. Disrespect stream, I heard this song a long time ago, and it kind of halfway through, it just dropped this hook. And I was like, oh my God, and I'm asking in the chat, who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Nobody answered. And was looking for it. Thought I knew who it was and searched through a few things. I thought it was Mitch Murder, actually, and looked through a bunch of different things. Could never find it. Then one night, I wasn't streaming. I was playing some Counter-Strike and had my headphones on, playing some Spotify, shuffling like a synthwave deal, and the song comes on, and I lose my freaking mind. Click over, write it down immediately, played it like 8 times in the next 24 hours, and it's my favorite song I've heard in so long. And the fiance actually found it on vinyl for Christmas. I could not believe it. I didn't think it was pressed on vinyl, because a lot of these synthwave cats, they do a lot of just digital only, you know. And it's a group called Volker X. I played this for you. Volker X. This is called This Means War. Now this is from 2017, Planet Croker Records, and the song is called Beacon, featuring Demi K. I've not opened this yet.
Looks like European death
Now,
metal.
all I can find about Volker X, large print, I am Volker X, I do not come in peace. Galactic overlord and music producer based in France, first appearing in 2015, been pushing the boundaries of synthwave ever since, incorporating metal and post-rock elements and effectively transforming into his own unique vision. Working with many honorists, various genres, both as producer and collaborative composer, quickly became an established name on the scene, earning his acclaim from both fans and critics alike, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Go stream some Volker X. You will not be disappointed. If you dig synthwave at all, and after the show, tonight's gonna be short for me. I got to get off of here pretty quick, but I'm gonna at least stream that record when we finish this show before I go to bed.
Okay.
That's all I got for Dig of the Week. Let's take a quick commercial break. You know what you got, Jay? You brought some stuff.
I got a few just as kind of my highlights for the decade.
Do it. I'm sorry. I'll zip through. I've been zipping. I've been zipping.
Yeah, well, first, we played a snippet of this. This is the Cult record from 2012. This is kind of a big deal because this is their first release in like 8 or 10 years.
Yeah, I love this record.
And yeah, Choice of Weapon. And I was lucky enough. This was right. 2012 was right when I kind of started buying vinyl again, and well, not again because I'd never bought it before, but yeah, no, so I picked this up like not long after it came out, brand new. I actually ordered it on the internet. So
Internet, how about that?
Yeah. So we played The Wolf is the track we played. So and these are in no particular order. I just picked a few. And these other three were all random stabs, actually. I'll start with Spelljammer. This is one that I discovered on a
Great
Rod and Easy
discovery.
sale. Sounds just like Sleep for the most part. This is 2015 on Rod and Easy Records. Yeah, just a great kind of just slow, sludgy, whatever you want to call it, drop down music. So
Yeah.
Secondly, Mount Carmel. This was a total blind pickup.
Another
from
great record.
local record store. This is I want to say like 2010 or 2011. I checked. It's in the time frame that we're talking here, but yeah, Mount Carmel. We played this numerous times on the show.
Yeah, they got that 70s hard rock
Very
vibe.
bluesy hard rock. Yeah, kind of like almost like an early ZZ Top kind of sound.
Sure, yeah.
So that was really cool. And then lastly, one we just played a couple weeks ago. How do you say that? Aleph Null
Oh, yeah.
Nocturnal we just played. So this was 2016 or 2015. Because they broke up after this record was released, or not long after it was released. So yeah, that's pretty much. I just brought a few highlights.
Right on, man.
So yeah, and I don't have any digs this week because it was Christmas.
Of course, yeah, that's how I was.
I had to work all
I gave
week,
my records.
so-
I didn't buy them.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take us a quick break. We're going to come back with a So to Speak. We're going to do Aaron's Soda from Switzerland or whatever,
Austria, Switzerland,
something like
Germany.
that, and then we're going to do a chip from Pennsylvania. And so we'll be right back in just a second.
World travelers, baby.
You guys don't. I got the same commercials loaded in, so don't shoot me.
Okay.
Getting ready for Christmas? Better get to Eckert, your headquarters for American Greetings Christmas cards.
Time and money at Christmas. Eckerd saves you both.
It's Spin-Off Store's Christmas sale. All this week, these boys' 4 to 6X sweaters are only $6.99. For ladies, it's the new sensation, fleece stirrup pants, on sale for $8.99. Hundreds of ladies' nightgowns are only $6.99 each. Men's jogging suits are reduced to only $12.99. Gift box ties are on for $3.99. And Squeak shampoo or conditioner is only 89 cents. Use Visa, MasterCard, or write a check. Spin-Off Store's Christmas sale. Monday, December 9th until Saturday, December 14th. Newmarket, Aurelia and Owen Sound.
Wilco believes in Christmas values.
Why doesn't anyone ever give a woman power tools?
Save over 25% on 2 Black & Decker power drills, a variable speed reversible and a cordless 2-speed drill, $39.99 each.
Why doesn't anyone give a guy something for the kitchen?
Give them what they really want, a practical 10-cup Black & Decker coffee maker, now just $23.99 at Wilco.
Wilco believes in Santa Claus.
Boom.
Did
We're
you
back,
ever,
baby.
did you ever shop at Woolco when you were a kid?
I don't think I did.
I don't know where those
that's a
were
new one
at,
on
but they
me.
still believe in Santa. That's
Of
cool.
course they do.
Yeah.
Let's get into a little So to Speak here. This is something from our buddy Aaron Griffin. Brought this from across the pond.
Yeah.
Shorley's Mole. I don't know what this is in a different language. 60% apple saft, 40% knock licks. Mineral Wasser.
Okay.
So that's telling me it's like a apple water.
Okay.
From Switzerland. This is a Swiss apple water.
So like an apple juice kind of maybe? Or?
Maybe I don't know that it's sparkling. You got a Bic on you?
No, I don't.
You hit that off.
Okay. All right.
Hit it on the. I get the bottle up there.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that, Steve. Try to find some chips and soda down there. I bet that yeah. May have to pay some tariffs.
Bob duty free at the airport, man.
Jay says Bob duty free. Duty.
That's the biggest.
Show that off while you're up, and
That's
then
the biggest scam there is, right? Duty free.
That's it.
That's what Jerry said, or Kramer. All right, what we got here?
Yeah.
Is that peach or apple?
The apple.
Oh, there's not the guy riding a nice bicycle on the
Yeah,
right
there
side
is.
there? Okay.
Well, let's give it a shot. You can go first if you want.
I'll curl it for the occasion.
Okay.
Smells like apple juice. Tastes like apple juice. That's pretty much what it
Tastes
is.
alcoholic.
I think it just tastes like apple juice. It's got a hint of
Something.
carbonation.
Yeah, there's a little bit of carbonation, enough to make it a soda, so right on, Aaron, for that.
little burn.
Dude, thank you so much for bringing that shit back from Switzerland, for crying out
It was
loud.
good. I like that.
That is good. It's light. It's not nowhere near as sweet as what we think of apple juice here, for sure.
Yeah. A little more natural.
Yeah, it would. That'd be, people would poo-poo that here for being so
Healthy.
or being so light.
Yeah.
Boom. Let's get into a little chip chat. Pulled out I think this is from Michael Cron. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. Middle Swarth, because I know Mark Ditch also sent some Pennsylvania chips. Sour cream and onion, very basic Middle Swarth thing. Middle Swarth, there's an A in our name and an A quality in our product that will put a smile on your face with every bite. It's
a very wholesome message.
It's a very wholesome message. Very wholesome. Let's give it a shot here.
It was just straight up sour cream and onion, huh?
They've got a different flavor though. Very botanical, I would say. You taste one?
Yeah, kind of sour. Just tastes like sour cream and onion for the thing.
They don't taste like Lay's sour cream and onion to me though. You see what I mean?
I get what you're saying now.
There's a hint of yard clipping in there. And I don't mean that bad, they just taste different. Yeah, that's you. Okay. I thought it was. Thanks for sending these, buds.
Yeah.
Those are good. But different.
A little bit, yeah.
It's got something going on there that's not your typical sour cream and onion.
So up in Pennsylvania, is Middle Swarth like a...
That's a town, right? A township?
Is it like a middle of the road chip, or is it a gourmet, like, $2.59 for a bag like that chip, or is it a...
These are 50 cents.
50 cents, okay, so it's probably like a Moore's or something like that.
Love of Moors now.
What would be the equivalent of a local, not local, but kind of...
Probably like a Hers.
No, here, I mean, like...
No. Hers here. I mean, even though it's not from here, but...
What's the one from here, though, that...
I don't know.
Or I'm thinking of Moore's, and they're not around anymore.
That's all we got, folks. I'm shutting it off, baby.
Yeah.
I'm struggling. I'll be honest with you. I'm struggling hard. I'm about to pass out.
We're going to a hospital.
So thanks, everybody, for joining us. Be sure to check us out next week, and we're going to get Steve's input on his albums of the year and albums of the decade. We're going to talk more about chip and soda of the year. I'm going to at least put on this Volker X record over on the Twitch stream, so come over there. And George Michael's sister lived there for a few years in Middle Swarth. Baby. So thanks, everybody, for checking us out.
She ain't living there anymore, though.
Be sure to follow us on our socials. Keep up with us. We may do a little something special before the new year. Who knows? I may be doing a little streaming. Yeah, check this out, folks. cameraman and his wife left this on my doorstep on Christmas Eve. A big stretched canvas with cassette tapes. Isn't that cool?
Nice. Very cool.
Very cool. Special thanks to those guys for doing that shit. That's big time business.
Big business.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. Follow us on the socials, and we'll check you next time on a brand new Grown Man Record Night.
Stick around.